David Parker Ray was a monster disguised as a man. He looked ordinary. He lived a quiet life in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. But behind this facade, Ray hid a dark secret. He was a serial killer. He was known as the Toy Box Killer. Ray preyed on women for decades. He started in the 1950s. He would lure victims to his home. He used his friendly appearance to gain their trust. He promised them drugs or a good time, but it was all a cruel trick. Ray's house held a horrifying secret. A soundproof trailer sat on his property. He called it his toy box. Inside he had tools of torture. He used whips, chains, and clamps. He had medical equipment. He used it to inflict pain. Ray recorded his crimes. He wanted to relive his cruelty. He made his victims repeat a horrifying phrase. They had to call him master. He wanted to strip them of their humanity. He wanted to control them completely. Ray's methods were beyond cruel. He used sleep deprivation. He starved his victims. He used drugs to control them. He had a chilling cocktail. It made his victims forget. They couldn't remember the pain. At least, not right away. Ray's toy box amplified the horror. The small space became a prison. The soundproofing trapped the screams. No one could hear their cries for help. It was a nightmare come true. Ray often had help. His girlfriend, Cindy Hendy, participated in the torture. They took turns inflicting pain. They seemed to enjoy the suffering. It was a twisted partnership. They fed off each other's darkness. The torture could last for days. It could last for months. Ray wanted to break his victims. He wanted to turn them into puppets. He wanted them to obey his every command. He was a master of manipulation. He used fear and pain to control. In 1999, Ray's reign of terror ended. A victim escaped. Her name was Cynthia Jaramillo. She had endured days of torture, but she never gave up hope. Jaramillo saw her chance. Ray was distracted. She grabbed his keys. She ran for her life. She was naked and terrified, but she didn't stop running. She found help at a nearby house. The police arrived. They were horrified by what they found. The toy box was a house of horrors. They found restraints, whips, and sex toys. They found tapes of Ray's crimes. It was a scene straight out of a nightmare. Ray and Hendy were arrested. They faced multiple charges. Kidnapping, rape, and torture were just a few. The world was shocked. How could such evil exist? How could it go unnoticed for so long? David Parker Ray died in prison in 2002. He never expressed remorse. He died with his secrets. We may never know the full extent of his crimes. Experts believe Ray was a sexual sadist. He enjoyed inflicting pain. He got pleasure from the suffering of others. He was a master manipulator. He used his charm to hide his true nature. Ray's case is a chilling reminder. Evil can hide in plain sight. We must be vigilant. We must protect the vulnerable. We must never forget the victims. The Toy Box Killer is gone, but the scars remain. His victims will never forget. Their strength and courage inspire us. They remind us that even in darkness, hope can survive.